Okay, so I truly have something special for you guys here today. This is a pair of Jordans that a lot of you have probably never seen, myself included. And I wanted to share them here and kind of just break up everything that's on the timeline right now. We see a lot of Black Cat Jordan 4s, On-My-Man Air 6s, Gamma Jordan 11s, Jellyfish Adidas. There's a lot going on at the moment. So I kind of wanted to switch things up and share a PE pair of Jordans with you guys. And this is the first pair of player exclusive Jordans that I've ever seen. Maybe at like a sneaker event. So I'm real excited to share these with you guys. However, these might not be what you're expecting. So I want you to lower your expectations drastically. When you think of a PE Jordan, you may think of a pair that is $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. The price for this type of shoe is astronomical. And honestly, I would never pay thousands for any shoe. That's just me personally. A lot of us value things differently, especially a collector's item like this. So I don't blame you if that is something that you want to spend a lot of money on. Me, I'm not spending thousands of dollars on a pair of shoes. So just know these were nowhere near that. In addition, these actually aren't a sneaker. Well, kind of. They're more of a sneaker boot. So take it down a notch. These aren't about to be some Ray Allen player exclusives, and they're not about to be some UNC 6s that are very sought after. But they are PE and they are on the collegiate level. So without further ado, we have the Air Jordan 9 sneaker boot Michigan PE. So first things first, here is a quick overview of the shoe. It is very simple. For a PE, we've seen these be a little bit wild. This version is quite toned down. It's simple. It's a predominantly black upper with a yellow outsole, and then you get that Michigan branding there on the back. It also says Go Blue on the pull tab. So for a PE, these are pretty simple. Next, the model itself, the Air Jordan 9 boot. So these are pretty much a winterized version of the Air Jordan 9. The outsole has a more rugged traction pattern and it extends up above the Jumpman here. Very rugged, I like that. And then you have a mountain boot lacing design here with rope laces and metal aglets. The upper itself is a little bit thicker, like most winterized sneakers are. So for the Michigan branding, like I pointed out, you get the two M's on the back, and then it says Go Blue on the pull tabs, but also the insoles here do have additional Michigan Wolverine branding on them. They are yellow as you'd expect. The left shoe has the Michigan M, and then the right shoe has Wolverines on it. But with all that said, it still has the DNA of the Air Jordan 9. It's unmistakable that these are an Air Jordan 9, and I think a lot of people could look at this at first and not even know it is the boot version. Now here's the fun part. I'm gonna tell you guys what I paid for these, how I got these, and if you would make this deal or not as well. There are definitely some pros, but there are definitely some cons. So let's get into that right now. So as far as the cons go, these were actually worn one time. I can't even tell on the outsole, so I'm not sure if they got cleaned or what. But these were worn one time. On the midsole here, you can tell, and this is a very, very soft material. This is a double dyed nubuck here on the upper. It's done in a black, and I know that because it says it on the promo tag on the inside of the shoe. And then obviously they are a boot. So they're not one of the traditional Air Jordan retros. A lot of people like the 4s and the 6s and the 1s, even the regular 9s when it comes to PEs. These are a PE, but they are a boot. So you can't really wear these in the summertime. For me, you know, I live in the Northeast and it's definitely cold here right now. Throughout the winter, it's gonna be boot season. So I'll get a lot of wear out of these, but a lot of people may not. Next, this is not the original box. It is a replacement box. It is also a pair of Air Jordan 9 boots. These are the Energy black, gum, and brown, light brown. So no OG box here. Any sneakerhead knows that is that gets marked down a little bit, right? You always want the original box. Next, I believe that these originally came with backup laces, some yellow Wolverine laces, and I believe a turquoise. Oddly enough, I believe that there was a turquoise that came with these originally, and I didn't see them here, and they're not in that replacement box. So, you know, some less points there. Now, as far as the pros go, let's start with the materials. For one, this pair is nicer than most of the Jordan retros that you're gonna see this year. It's almost a guarantee that promo samples and PEs have better quality than most of the general release Jordans. It makes sense. When you are producing thousands and thousands of pairs, you know, you're really gonna look at your material cost and have a certain budget in mind. And if you can go with a lower priced material, certainly you're gonna do that from a brand's perspective. But when you have something like this, where there may be 50 pairs, maybe 100 pairs max, you know, you can use those nicer materials because you're gonna use less of it as a whole. Next, the price. What did I pay for these? Well, I paid $200. $200, and nowadays that is less than the retail price for a pair of Jordans. Remember, they have been worn once, so this is not a dead stock pair. There's a few blemishes throughout, but it didn't really bother me. And I am pretty particular and picky when it comes to buying a used pair of shoes. They gotta be close to dead stock, and these look, you know, pretty good. And then also, I did want a pair of Jordan 9 boots because I find regular Jordan 9 retros to be a little bit uncomfortable, where the lateral side here is typically a plastic piece. It is not on this pair. It's a softer foam right here. So a lot of times with regular retro Jordan 9s, this part hurts my pinky toe. These, they do not. They definitely fit better, a little bit wider than regular 9s. So I really do like that part of it. And then one thing I thought that was really cool was these were given to players for holiday 17. That's what it says on the tag. So they got them in 2017. And I don't think that this model released to the general public in other colorways until 2018. So it's kind of cool to get the first version of this shoe. I like that. Just an extra piece to the story. So it's actually kind of funny that I might be walking the dog this winter in a pair of Jordan PEs. And you know, I'm not the biggest Michigan fan. I don't even have a college football team other than loosely following Boston College football. Like here in New England, it's not as big of a deal as it is in other places. I do enjoy it. I love football. I always tune into any good game. Really, the only thing that would draw me towards Michigan would be the fact that Tom Brady went there, huge Patriots fan, and you know, that's about it. And then lastly, where did I get these? How did I get these? Well, someone that I have bought a few shoes from in the past, and I'm gonna show you guys the pair that I got from him. He goes by I Need Kicks on Instagram and X. And you know, I bought a pair of shoes from him over 10 years ago, and I still have them in the collection. And he's definitely given some pretty cool pairs to other people on YouTube. I trust him for sure, and he was at a vintage kind of resale shop in Boise, Idaho. What's the name of that? Three-Peat? I don't know if any of you guys have ever been there before, but a quick look online and it seems like a pretty cool shop. And this pair was there, and I guess the owner said that he hadn't sold them for whatever reason, and maybe a player went in there, sold these for money, which is probably how that would work, right? If you're a Michigan player, you've got these in the stash, you need some quick money, or you're just not wearing them anymore, you go and you sell them to a shop like that. So he was selling them for $450, and you know, maybe they had just sat for that long, or maybe he originally bought them for $200, but that is the price that was presented to me, and you know, I jumped at it. But anyway, here's the other pair. Oh, actually, this is the wrong pair, whatever. But I did buy the shattered backboard ones from him. These are the reverse shattered backboard ones. This is a long time ago. I guess I put them in the wrong box, but I still have the shattered backboard original pair somewhere. I have not worn or seen these in so long. Man, remember this time? Remember when these were everything? Crazy, crazy. But let's not get off track. Let me know if you guys would have bought these for $200, and if you have any PEs in your sneaker collection. I've been collecting for a long time, and this is my first pair. I have a few samples throughout, but you know, nothing like this. We have a lot more videos that are on the way, so make sure you subscribe if you are new around here. That's a wrap for me though. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.